Hi everybody. Happy Friday. If you're not subscribed, I think you should be. Take great personal offense that you're not. So hit the subscribe button. Turn on your notifications. Let's have a fun time down on the farm. Today I'm working on 3 ornaments. They're all buffalo check, buffalo print, buffalo plaid, whatever you want to call it. When did I get that name? That's just plaid. I don't know when it happened. But I got a fat quarter of buffalo plaid from Walmart for like $1.50 maybe. It was more than the regular fat quarters, but it wasn't, maybe it was $1.97. And I have a 1-inch styrofoam ball, and I'm cutting some strips, well, I'm ripping some strips of the fabric, and I made sure to cut them between the checks, because if you cut them just straight check, you'll end up with black and red, and then red and maroon. And I wanted it to have black, red, and maroon, so that's how I did it. And now I'm just gluing this around to cover this ball. I did up and down, left and right, and there's two more sections on there that I'm gonna wrap around. You want to make sure these are pretty thin pieces, because even as thin as these are, I have to go back and kind of glue everything down because it's sticking out a little bit. But if you have to do that, that's just what you got to do, you know. So I'm bringing everything to the same point and not really worrying about what it looks like underneath, because we're not going to be focused on that. Pulling that one over a little bit because the styrofoam was showing. If you don't want to get the styrofoam balls, they're from Walmart if you do want to get them. If you don't want to get them, you can use the ping pong balls or the golf balls from Dollar Tree. They're both made of hollow plastic, and getting the wire in there might be a little something, but you can probably just use a push pin, push it in there, and then put your wire in and glue it. So I've got my wire in. It's not glued yet, I don't think. Just found a little space for it to go through and marked it, kinda. Now I'm gluing down some more of the flaps that are hanging out. Putting in some glue, and then I'm just gonna stick in that wire. Hey, I'm working with floral tape for this. It's annoying. The best way to figure out how to do it is to just kind of wrap something until you get it. You're going to put it on there, you're going to turn and pull the tape, because it has wax on the back of it. Pull it to make the wax sticky as you're turning it, and then it sticks to itself. I had to put a little dot of glue at the top of these wires because the wires are very smooth, and it's not going to stick to something it doesn't have anything to grip to. So if that happens, you can't get it to stick to the wire, you can just run, not even a dab of glue, just like run the nozzle over the edge of the wire to give it a little grip. And now these are bells from one of those door hangers. I haven't seen these yet this year. I saw them for Halloween, so I'm assuming they're going to have the same ones for Christmas, but I bought a bunch a while back, so that's where I was taking them from. And this is just a green foliage pick. It doesn't have to be this one from Walmart. It can be any kind you want. I just wanted to get a little bit of greenery in there, and I'm taping those on. I hate working with floral tape, but at the same time I'm like, oh, it's so easy to like get things together, because if I was trying to hot glue these branches to this wire, it would be like a disaster. So now everyone has a bell or a little piece of greenery. Some of them have both, and all I'm doing is putting them together in a bouquet and kind of staggering the balls, like one's up, one's down. I started with the bell because I had 3 of those, and then without the bell, and then another bell, and then without, and then another bell. And all I'm doing is making a pick out of these. And you could buy picks at any store that that sells them, at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Walmart, whatever. But with this, you can make something that's completely custom. You can use whatever fabric you want. You can include what kind of greenery you want, whatever. And when you go to put it in your tree, you would just stab it in there like you would a regular pick, or you can turn it and hang it further in. And I use the brown tape. It also comes in white and green. If you can get white if you have a flock tray or if you're doing something lighter, or the green. The brown's a little bit harder to find, but you can get the green tape pretty much anywhere. Now I have an embroidery hoop. It's 4 inches and it has a piece of stabilizer interfacing that I use to do my beadwork that you saw yesterday. I have a bunch of them already glued up, so I just grabbed one, and all that is the interfacing glued to the inner ring. Not necessary. You need something in there, but you could use a piece of cardboard. You could use anything. I just had these already done because I order them by the dozen, and then I get them by the dozen. And then when you hoop your fabric, just make sure that it's straight, because you don't want the buffalo check to be wavy. And these are some Scrabble tiles from Walmart. And I was like, there's so many in here, I'm going to need everything I have. There was only one I in this. It's like 100 tiles and they only had one I. It's a vowel. You can spell it whatever you want, whatever you feel is appropriate. I'm going to go with joy because that's nice and Christmassy. Yeah, I see 2 Z's on screen right now and they only had one I. What is that about? So if you're trying to make a lot of these, you're going to have to come up with a bunch of different words. I see 3 W's on screen right now too. Come on. And he only had one I? I don't love the font on these, but what are you going to do? And then I just added some more that I think it's a sage pick, I guess. That doesn't look like sage to me. But yeah, added those, and then I added some little pine cones from the door knocker thing with the bells. This little sign, I got this at that ridiculous sale last weekend at Dollar General. Everything was, there was a clearance price and it was 50% off of that. So these were on clearance 50 cents. 50 cents off of that. I got a bunch of them for 25 cents. So you'll probably see them again. For this, all I did was take my fabric and cut it just a little bit smaller because I want the galvanized metal to still show. And then I glued it in the middle with the glue gun to hold it down. And now I'm putting some glue stick on the outside edges, but not gluing them totally down because I want to have a little bit of movement there, and I did fray the edges a little bit. And this is a little mason jar wood plaque thing from Walmart. I painted the raised up portion white like 3 or 4 times, and it does not show up. It was just like eating up paint, so I don't know. There are some little ice branches that I put on the bottom, and now I'm just taking some buttons and gluing them in there so it looks like a little jar of buttons. They also have a cute little house. These little wood shapes are like 77 cents. They had a house. I bought it, but if anything's smaller than a cantaloupe, I'm going to lose it before I get home. And I think that's what happened. It's either in my car or in the parking lot at Walmart. I don't know. And then if you wanted to, you could take the Scrabble tiles and put your name over here. Like if your name is like Flizija, you could do that. Or, home, love, joy, whatever, basic. And there's my my 3 ornaments that I really had fun doing, and they were quick. I really like the pick. Like you could do that any way you wanted after you know how to do it. I mean, you could do anything and completely customize it for your tree. I made some insane ones that are going on my tree this year. I'm excited to show those to you in a couple of weeks. So that's that. If you could remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications, follow me on Instagram, be my best friend, I would appreciate it. And I will see you guys Monday. Bye.